So here's the news. I finally sold away my Endowus CPF OA investment positions. And it was not a rash move. And first of all, I want to thank you to Endowus for introducing me and enabling me to do CPF OA investments since 2021. That was when I started in April 2021. But let's get on to the main reason why I sold away my Endowus investments. I think it was quite clear cut that in my past videos comparing Endowus and another platform that I don't think Endowus is as cost effective or cost efficient as the others. I mean, they used to be the most cost efficient platform, but that was all in the past because another competitor has showed up, which is Poems. So Endowus, if you do not know yet, they are charging 0.3% per annum in the Endowus excess fees. That is on top of the total expense ratio that the fund level fee is charging. So objectively, if you look at it, if you have no Endowus fee access credits and you're paying 0.3% per annum, if your portfolio grows larger and larger by the year, you're going to pay more and more fees to Endowus. So this is objectively speaking a cost minimization approach. And if you want to learn more about investments, definitely join us at over 21,000 members in the Honey Money SG Telegram group. But you see, previously when Poems already introduced a monthly funds unit trust in their platform, I did not fully transfer it all my Endowus positions. I only transfer part of it because a money prime USA fund in my Endowus, which is the core position, is still enjoying some fee credits that are rebated. So I don't pay any fee because of all the referrals I made in the past. And I was just thinking, even if I don't choose Endowus, the fee credits will be there. So I might as well use them and utilize them until I find that there's a right reason to transfer or sell away the positions. Then I switch over to Poems. But you see, I finally found a reason to use the fee credits, which I will explain more later. And for the record, in my current Endowus platform, here are my 3 positions that I have already sold away. Number 1 is the monthly prime USA fund, and so far the annualized rate of return is around 13% per annum. This is the main core and the largest position invested using my CPF OA. So this is also the biggest position that I'll be transferring or have transferred from Endowus to Poems. My second position is the CPF monthly index MSCI fund. So I was just trying out the fund, and also it has get me some returns of 22.6% per annum. So that is the annualized rate for the time weighted and whatever, you can refer to this screenshot here. And my number 3 position was for SRS funding, which is the iShares US Index Fund S&P 500. If we look at the time weighted return, it's around 19.21%. I don't have an annualized rate of return because I was holding it for less than 1 year. So that was all my positions on Endowus. I'm glad that I have really transferred all of them, or in fact sold them away and bought it again at Poems. But I guess the bigger question is, how do you transfer this portfolio from Endowus to Poems if you are going for the cost minimization approach, just like myself, for the long term? And maybe I should talk about the reason why I want to shift it to Poems, because Poems is the most cost efficient platform for CPF OA investing right now. They have 0 sales charge, they have 0 platform fees, and 0 switching fees as well, if that matters. So they do not have that 0.3% per annum Endowus fees that is charging you. As your portfolio goes higher, your fees get higher. Poems does not do that. So for those of you who are skeptical or suspicious why Poems is doing this like for free, from what I heard, it's like they are loss leader. So they want to get more people to use Poems platform. So once people get more used to Poems platform, maybe they can purchase other products on the platform as well. But if you just want to focus on CPF OA investing, I don't think they can earn anything from you. Sorry to correct myself, it's not just CPF OA investing, because there will be commission fees if you use CPF to buy stocks. But if you're just using it for unit trust, Poems do not earn anything because there's no fees involved. But if you use it to buy stocks and ETFs, then yes, there will be commission, and that is where they earn. So having said that, let's talk about the exact steps I took to transfer from Endowus to Poems. So you cannot directly transfer. You have to sell away the Endowus position. And my Endowus position back then was around $110,000 to $111,000. So I split it into 3 parts of $37K each. Now, of course, if you're more daring, you could just sell away the entire $110,000, $111,000 and just lump sum it into Poems. But I scared, okay? I just want to minimize the volatility and fluctuation and spread it across different time periods so that I have the least volatility and fluctuation. So my actual plan is to first sell away $37,000 of positions from my Endowus monthly prime USA fund. So that's what I have done. And once that position has returned to my CPF OA, the 37K, I would then sell away another 37K from Endowus, and at the same time make a purchase, a buy order on Poems platform on a monthly prime USA fund. So you see, the buy sell order is really offset. So that's minimum fluctuation other than the first selling part. And I'll carry on this process until I reach the third batch of the 37K. So then I'll finish this buy and sell order in 3 parts of 37K. So 3 times 37 equals to 111. So in an ideal scenario, if I just have 37K in fluctuation, a plus minus 1% will be $370. So that's the maximum gain or maximum loss that I think it's reasonable. And if you look at my first sell order date on Endowus, which is 25th of August, I sold it at the price of $204.70. But my last buy order, if you look at this current price, is definitely much higher than $204.70. So you see, I lost like 1%. In fact, more than 1%. Okay. And you see, this is the kind of market fluctuation you have to expect, because I could have just lump sum and sold away everything and buy away at one shot. But who really knows the market? You cannot control the market. And that's the uncertainty that you have to bear the risk, because market fluctuations may move in your favor or against your favor. So if I were to do it again in an optimal scenario, at the same time that I sold away my first batch of 37K on Endowus, I'll probably place a buy order using cash on the Money Prime USA fund on the Polon's platform, 37K. I have the cash, so it will just offset each other. So that is then the ideal scenario to reduce the lowest fluctuation. Okay, if I were to do it again. So then that's a lesson learned. If you want to transfer your portfolio this way, you can also follow what I did. Of course, that's not financial advice. That's just what I would suggest to do if you just want to reduce the fluctuation. And I know it's quite complicated to understand. Maybe I'll talk through this in a live stream in future. Let's come to the third point on why I'm still using Endowus, because by right, if I sold away all my positions on Endowus, right, and move over 100% to Poems, there should be no more use for Endowus, right? But actually, I discovered something on Endowus that I'm really investing in, which is a Lion Global short duration bond funds, but it's not Class A, it's Class I. The fund level fee of this fund is 0.20%, which is published by Endowus after the trailer fee rebate. And then if I were to add the 0.3% per annum Endowus fee for Fund Smart portfolio, a total will be 0.50% per annum, which is rather similar to how you buy the fund outside, the Class A fund, which is around 0.5% per annum management fee. But don't forget, you also have to add other fees. So the total expense ratio of the Class A fund is 0.57%. This is what I searched it up on Poems. So if you think the difference of these two classes of Lion Global Short Duration Fund is just 0.57% minus 0.20%, then I think there's a gap, right? Because do you remember that 0.3% per annum Endowus fee can be deducted from my free credits? And that's what I'm doing, because my free credits are essentially free from all the referral. So then I can just use it and I don't have to suffer that 0.3%. So in fact, I'm gaining another 0.3% per annum. And remember, my motto, cost is guaranteed, profit is never guaranteed. So if you can guarantee a lower cost, always go for the lowest cost option. And if you look at a 0.57% per annum on the Class A Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund versus my 0.20% without Endowus fee in Class I, then the difference is a gain of 0.37%. So I was looking, this makes sense. I can still use Endowus, utilize their fee credits, and I'm already investing in Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund. So that makes perfect sense. I should use Endowus to buy the Class I Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund. So yes, I'm not leaving Endowus. I am still using Endowus, which is why if you want to use Endowus to buy your funds as well, you can also use the referral links in the description if you want to support the channel. But I feel that if you want to invest in equities, Endowus is not the place. They don't even offer equities. You want to invest in equities, you better go to Interactive Brokers because they have the lowest cost. And since this video is not sponsored because too many products mentioned, if you just want to support the channel, you can click on this Interactive Brokers link or scan the IBKR QR code right here to support, because every click counts for revenue, and I thank you for your support. So my final words for this video is that Endowus is no longer a part of my CPF OA investment portfolio, but it's still a part of my cash saving strategy, because I'm still putting in the Lion Global Short Duration Bond Fund Class I through Endowus. So Endowus is not bye-bye, it's only bye-bye to the CPF. And maybe you are still wondering, comparing Poems with Endowus, why is there a need to really go for Poems when Endowus is already so advanced, so easy to use? Then you can look at my previous video where I compared Poems versus Endowus, which platform is it for CPF OA investing right here.